Hi, James Savage from National Club Golfer, here on the practice ground at Moralton in Leeds. We've been testing out the Benross HTX Type-R Driver today. There's two Benross HTX drivers, just the normal HTX and the HTX Type-R. The Type-R a little bit more expensive, a little bit more tech, maybe might suit your better players, but I don't think Benross are trying to pigeonhole what driver's going to suit who. It might be a question of budget, if anything. This is 17999. The standard HTX is 12999. Really competitive price point. Good components, good quality shafts and grip. So you're getting loads for your money with Benross. Let's take out the head cover and have a look. And as you can see there, from just looking at the sole, it looks like there's plenty of technology going on there as well. We've got this weight here, which moved quite low and forward, just to try and reduce spin. Low centre of gravity, forward centre of gravity, that's going to reduce your spin. They've also got something what Benross called their CT channel. We've seen this with other drivers before. That's just about trying to improve ball speeds across the face, just get that face reacting a little bit when you hit it. So it's a really thin, light, thin crown, which means they can then redistribute some of that weight lower down to get that CG low, which a lot of companies are doing with their drivers. Just having a look at address, it's almost like a metallic finish, like you might expect on a car. It's got this sort of Benross alignment aid there, which we've seen on the last few drivers, and that does help you line the ball up nicely. It's a classic driver head shape. It's not going to displease anyone staring down at that at all. So what we've seen previously with Benross, we've seen their speed range, we've seen their max, hot and rip range, which they tried to sort of say, well, the max range is for your high handicappers, your rip range is for your better handicappers, and then you've got your hot range in the middle. But they thought that was a little bit complicated, so they've simplified it here. You've got HTX or HTX Type-R, nothing to confuse you about that. A little bit more technology in the Type-R range, and you're going to pay a little bit more money for it. Okay, so let's talk about the performance of this drive. We've been testing it out here using our SkyTrack launch monitor, monitoring the carry distance, the total distance, ball speed, spin, all those sorts of things that are important with the driver. And I would be thinking, and a lot of people are probably thinking at this price point with these drivers, because they are considerably cheaper than some drivers, like £100–150 cheaper, are you going to see a suffer in performance? I have to say you don't really see that at all. We're monitoring the ball speeds of our drives, getting up to about 140 miles an hour, which is kind of what I expect across the board, really, from whoever it is, what manufacturer it is, whether it's a £350 driver or if it's a £129 driver. So we got the performance with the HTX Type-R that we were hoping for. I think it's got a really nice sweet sound as well. It's quite a high-pitched, nice sweet sound. It's that sort of sound where if you're on the golf course and you kind of hear that, you think, oh, someone's just hit a good drive, and you do get that sort of sound with this driver. I'd say it's maybe not quite as forgiving as some of the other drivers on the market. That's the only thing I would say about it. But you hit a good drive, you get rewarded with a nice long drive, and for us that was 240 yards and about 140 miles an hour of ball speed. So we can't knock the performance. We like the looks, we like the price. Don't be snobby. Give Benross a try. They've got some really good product this year.
I'll only read it from two sides here. I read it from mainly behind the ball and the low side of the ball.